Hi guys, you're here with HUtchings, and I'm joined today by Mr. Ross, the Managing Director of Kentish Town Property Solutions. And Ross is one of my mentees. He's been in the group now for just under about 5 months, I believe. Joined around November, December, started getting busy. Obviously we've got Christmas, and now we're sort of like here at the beginning of June, July, beginning of July. Years moving so fast. So yeah, just about 6 months now. Ross has been really working hard, and I just wanted to really let you guys meet Ross, because I'm sure you might have heard me speak about him in the past. I want you to make sure that there he is the real guy. So hi Ross, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks.
Good. Ross is a man of little words but big action. Okay, as you get to know Ross, you'll realise the action that he likes to take. So Ross, just introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about where you're at right now with regards to your property business.
Well, I've been doing it for about 6 months now. So I took on the first property. I think it was after 7-8 weeks.
7 weeks, I believe. Yeah.
The first one really easy, to be honest with you. Then after that, it was a bit more of a struggle. The next few months, I was just kind of figuring out my business, how it works.
Okay.
Building
when you talk about that, like figuring out your business and seeing how it works, first and foremost, I suppose, when I meet people and I talk about, one of the most questions they ask is when will I start making money? And I always say sort of like, look, give yourself sort of like 6 to 12 months before you actually see, good money coming in. But with yourself, you blew all of that out the water. So basically you came back after 7 weeks and had a deal under your belt. So tell us a little bit about that deal and what you've done to get that specific deal.
So to get this deal, it was pretty easy, actually. I think it was a bit of action taking and a bit of luck at the same time. Maybe it's the right time of year, but I've done a few viewings and then put forward to them my proposal of what I was going to do, and they was happy with it. They just accepted it straight away and knocked some money off the deal, so that put extra profit into it for me. So it was quite an easy deal for me because there was a lot of margin to work with for profit. So pretty straightforward. The money down was very small. So it worked out I was getting my money back within about 3 months. So after 3 months, I was making 800 to about 900, maybe £1,000 per month.
That's fantastic. Within 7 weeks of you joining the program, working with myself, you closed the deal that was able to make between £900 and £1,000 a month. Yeah, cash in your pocket. Yeah, that's fantastic. And that deal was what, a 3-year contract?
It's a 3-year tenancy, yeah.
3-year deal. So basically, that contract is worth to you alone £30,000, over £30,000 nearly.
About 30,000, yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually 36,000 if it's a
cost. Yeah, 28,000.
Yeah. That's fantastic in 7 weeks. So big congratulations on that one. And then I suppose so. Let's see, where was you before? Obviously, I remember us having that conversation and you saying, can this work for you and stuff like that. So what, did you have any property experience prior to us meeting?
No, I had no experience, zero experience, to be honest.
Zero experience, and you didn't own your own property or your own house or anything like that. So there you go. For all you guys that are when we have that conversation and you've got zero experience, Ross is the perfect guy to take that from. Zero experience, 7 weeks later, a contract that's worth over £30,000 to him. So let's fast forward, and 6 months later, you've now got, is it 3 or 4 property deals done?
I've got 3 that are done, got the keys, tenants in there, completed. And I have another 2 that I'll be taking on at the end of next month.
Wow. So that will be 5 deals closed out within sort of like, 6 to 7 months. And as a net profit, so each one of those deals, we already know the first one is sort of like 900 to 1,000. What would the other ones look at bringing you in?
So I took on another 2 in Colindale. This is from the same agent, same landlord, and these each are bringing me in around 1,000, minimum of £1,000. The good thing about these ones is they come with a secure property, comes with a secure underground car park. So I'm going to rent that out. Then car parking spaces out, I'm going to add that into my profit as well. So overall, you're talking 1150 off each one of them. So do the maths. What's that? 23 off them plus the 900, 3,200,
Wow.
3,200 in 3 deals.
So just within those 3 deals, you're all going to be already going to be earning roughly between what, 3,200 and 3,500 pounds a month. That's sort of like equivalent to, I don't know what, just quick 36 to 40,000 pounds a year. Do you know most people have to go out and work over 50 hours to earn that sort of money? You know, and within 3 deals, you've already got yourself, and they're all what, 2 to 3 year contracts as well. Those deals, yeah. So therefore, even if, as long as you just manage those deals, even if you don't do another thing, sort of like bring on another property for the next 3 years, you know that you've got an income of 36,000 pounds a year coming in without having to leave your bedroom. That's fantastic. That's congratulations, mate. That is fantastic. So what does the future hold for you then? Because if within next month you're already taking on another 2, that will give you 5. I guess that will take your income up to between 50 and 60,000 pounds a year. Yeah. Where do you want to take this? What's your goal?
Well, I want to. The next benchmark is to get to 10k a month through rent to rent, and then I'm kind of in 2 minds at the moment whether I want to take it further and grow it even bigger, or kind of slow down a little bit with the rent to rent and then move on to maybe doing flips or another strategy. I'll still be taking on rent to rent deals when they get sent to me, and then manage both at the same time. But at the moment, the next benchmark is 10k a month.
Fantastic.
So I want to do that by the end of the year.
By the end of the year. So then that would have been 12 months in the program, 12 months you working with ourselves, and you would have got yourself up to 10k a month, which is 10k a month over what, 120 grand a year over a 3-year basis. So, you know, just that alone is worth 300 and odd thousand pounds to you. That's great work. So how have you found the program? Because obviously, you know, I remember, I mean, tell the viewers and the people watching how you found me, basically, you know, because I remember we was in a little church room. I think there was about me and three of you guys or whatever it was, you know. So tell the guys watching how you actually came across me.
Well, I came out of another business that I was doing with a couple of friends that didn't really work out before. And I decided that I wanted to do things by myself. Didn't really know what to do. I had no ideas at the time, so I just started going to a load of events around London, different meetups, trying to get some ideas. I come across on meetup.com Carl's free workshop talking about how to invest in property after Brexit. I think it was something like that, wasn't it? And I initially thought this is something that I would like to do in the future, invest in property. But obviously, I don't have the funds to start. I don't have the capital to begin. I thought you was going to need a lot of money to start. But I thought I'd check it out anyway. And then maybe I'll gain a bit of knowledge so I can use it in the future. But after listening to Carl, I learned that you don't need so much money, little to nothing, actually. You could begin with 0 money. So I thought, look, what have I got to lose? I'll just give it a go because I've got no other better ideas. So I signed myself up for the weekend course. Really liked it, sounded interested. So then I just decided to just go all in and to take on the full year mentorship. And it's worked out all right.
Fantastic. You haven't looked back. It's worked out all right. You're already on 36, going to 50,000 pounds a year for a reasonable investment. Fantastic. So there you go, guys. People listening to this, Ross was sitting down in a seat. I remember it. You know, it was a little church hall. It was the only time I've ever done an event there, actually. And there was only about 3 or 4 people there. And Ross made the decision, took the action to actually come on board. And 6 months later, he's going to be earning 50,000 pounds a year by the end of next month. So Ross, what would be the 2 things, if you had 2 things to share with the people watching this? 2 bits of advice. What would that advice be?
I would just say, obviously, if you want to do something, listen to somebody who knows what they're talking about. So obviously Carl's spent a long time investing in property. So anything you want to know, just ask Carl. And then whatever he says, just trust in it. Obviously there's always a small risk. You're going to feel like it might be risky, but just trust in his advice, and then just take the action, and then you should see the results. Just about action taking, I think. Take the advice on and take the action.
Excellent. Good. Two excellent bits of advice there. I always say to people, look, no matter how many people work with myself, it's not everybody, unfortunately, that is successful and reaches the outcome that they want to reach. And the only difference that separates the people who do reach where they want to get to and don't is that amount of action that they take, because the thing is, what I like about you, Ross, is, I say to you what to do, step by step. I'll give you a step-by-step action plan of this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, and you go out and do it. Hence why you see the results, and anyone watching this, as long as you're an action taker, as long as you're prepared to take the action, then, the information that you're going to receive is going to be, the right information, the same information that Ross has received to get the results. He's got the same information that I work every day in my business. So yeah, it's really just about get out there and also take the action. Okay, fantastic. Just one last question. So obviously where you're at right now and the strategy that you're currently doing is the rent to rent strategy, just so people know. And you touched a little bit on, not having the funds to start with. What would you say to people out there right now who's sitting there thinking that they don't have the time? Maybe sort of like, maybe they're sitting there thinking they're not sure if they have the time to dedicate to this, or they're sitting there thinking, but I don't have the money. I don't have any money in my pocket, or I don't have any money. What would you say to them right now?
I think, first of all, if you're saying you don't have the time, I think sit down. I think you make the time. I think you can make the time. You need to organise your time, organise what needs to be done, and kind of section off times per day where you do it. So you could say after work on a Monday, I might spend 2 hours doing this, and then Tuesday I'll be calling agents, and then Saturday I might leave half the day for going on viewing. So you can always fit it in with your work. You can still do that while you're trying to make enough earnings to get out of your job. And then with the money thing, I done it without my own money. So I know you can do it without your own money. You just need to get talking to people, and at the beginning, maybe just friends, family, just borrow whatever money you can just to get you started. Once you get the ball rolling, people will invest in you because they can see that you're doing something and it's working. So it's going to be beneficial to them. So you can definitely do it. Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. So if somebody else is doing it, or if someone else has done it, you can do it as well.
Fantastic. And we're going to leave it at that, because that's the best bit of advice, that I hear out there. Everybody's got the same 24 hours in a day. If someone else has done it, there's no reason why you can't do it. Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Ross, for joining us today. I know you're probably going out there this afternoon and meeting more agents and stuff like that, so I won't keep you any longer. But there you go, guys. That's Ross. You can look him up. You can hook him up. He's the managing director of Kentish Town Property Solutions. He's out there in and around North London. It is North London, isn't it? Sort of like Camden, Northwest London. He's out there. If you're looking for any I don't know, properties or rooms or whatever it is,
if you want to message me, feel free to inbox me on Facebook. That's not a problem.
Yeah, there you go, guys. All right, fantastic. Thank you, Ross. All right, thanks for joining us, and I'll be speaking to you shortly, Ross. Thank you very much, mate.
See you later.
Bye-bye.